All right. So, whew, okay. So they're trying to do something. So say my cousin Tiffany, well, my cousin Tiffany alone is who's been dealing with my masculine or my so-called spouse or a version of him. This could be a lower version, like South of France energy or something. If they knew that I was the Queen of England, but also have ties to France, okay, like something about like it's like Mary Queen of Scots and um Francis. If they like you can't have all that, and they took that South of France energy and gave it to this boy. And then in tune, he was in the South of France. Let's say North Chicago is the South of France, or associated with it, or that's the one of their lots. It would have been better for them to take away that piece of the crown, give it to him, and then claim that Moses' daughter was from Moses and the strange woman, the seed, was the best to be using because that's what they wanted to bring into the future. But these people are Mexican, or they're, and this could be why somebody also chose that, because this masculine could have been Mexican too, but claiming to be French, right? And the thing was in the claim to fame. What I remember talking to my best friend, she was Mexican, and kids just say stuff. They don't think about being offensive or something. But I think I was telling her something about in the future, something like this was going to happen or something. I remember us sitting there eating them damn. We used to make these little enchilada things. Okay, we used to eat these little enchilada things. She would go get the tortillas, and I would bring the cheese or whatever. And I don't know it's almost like we had some cooking plate or something like this that we used to have, outside. Because I could have sworn we were sitting outside on my stoop at the Jackson house, and we were making this, and I was explaining to her what was going to happen. But again, say that these children were spies and they were collecting. Kids be just saying stuff around each other. Who do we know? What do we know? Okay. Because I'm thinking if this is first generation, that would have been early 80s. If that's first generation, that could be the Takashi 69 energy, where if these children in Rachel's house, right? Because that my grandma was in that house first, and then we went there. Now, if these and those people that live next door to us and everything, they lived there when they lived there. So this is something that was like branching off of what was already there before I was even born, right? So that's why this person's so familiar to me. But I was thinking, well, if they castrated or they did that to all of the people like in the early 80s or something like that, because I said around the age of 2, but this may not have been. It may have been at a different age or around that time. Okay, um, maybe somebody did it before 82, after 82, something like this. Okay, but uh, that could be a why I feel like even in this reality TV, I see a lot of these people, they look like my family members, and maybe even in the music industry, back how they looked when they was in. You have to understand and seeing through my eyes now, looking back, right? Not being aware the whole time. Now, one may say, oh, well, then you got to get out the garden or whatever, because what you could, but this is about mm, the fact that it's just something is happening later than everybody else. Say this particular group that I'm talking about, me and them were supposed to awaken around the age of 20 for me. They blocked it. They bound me so I could not. They all woke up and knew what to do for the next 20 years, what to watch out for, what the da 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 da. But the actual empress or emperor did not have that information. It's just as simple as that. I'm born with it. I'm who they siphoned from to get it, but they didn't want me to have it. You get what I'm saying? So if these people are trying to come back in or have power in that area when they moved along into industry or whatever like this in the other distant places and stuff like this, and they were supposed to be judges. There's a conflict of interest for these people to come back in and judge. That's why God said, "Do not let them, even the ones of Judah, come back in." All right, this even if these are the royal Judah, don't let them come back in, because what they did or something like this. Okay. So, yeah, this where people will pick other family members to play my part to dissolve me totally. So people come back every 10 years, 7 years, they checking on these people or something. They was never checking on me because it was maybe told, I was seeing that something also, it was maybe told that I was killed already. See, because the sword is down, the little girl, it's kind of like somebody was with that Queen of Swords yesterday right there. And the girl is kind of like looking back and saying like, I didn't get killed. So somebody could have killed me off at a young age, maybe not two, but at a young age, so that if I was the main or the head or the cornerstone, they rejected me at that age, right? And they didn't honor me. Even I was in their own town and all the other people spread out with my money and with my opportunities. They still didn't represent or treat me like nothing special in the own town. Actually, all the people that I kind of hung out with, they treated them special. They treated me like, even though I had a bright personality, a nice body, everything like this when I was young, whatever. I really do think that what they're doing now with the BBL, these people created that off of my body type. A lot of people did not have the body type that I had, right? Um, I had a nice little body. I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? When I was young, I did. Okay. So I really think that these people marketed off of that. Like they hid me in the distance. They had me have these babies, messed up my figure, things like this. And then, they put somebody else or something in the likeness of something like them, a liar, a thief, a trickster, something like this. Okay. Somebody that got stars in their eyes. That's all they can see. Because a lot of people look at fame like, oh, if anything, I want to be famous. I'm like, I want to be somebody that changed the world. You know, that's how I was thinking when I was little. When I was little itty bitty, right? So I wasn't scared to do, but it was certain things that I feel God was always on my shoulder. I'm not even saying an angel and a demon. God was there. That's why I'm kind of confused a little bit. Like, okay, now I can see why they said, why did you forsake me? But what's really going on? What got moved out of the way? What got shifted? Where did the channels get instead of just saying God, you, whatever? We have to also give people on the planet some type of props because they have been able to manipulate documents and manipulate things or masturbate. When you talk about masturbating, I'm telling you, we're talking about these people messing with our private parts that we don't even know about, that we even have here. Right? These ain't people that have to go out there and say, oh, let me go and do my family tree to find out who I am. There's a whole file that tells exactly who I am. You know what I'm saying? They could have whited out my name and put somebody else's name or something, but it's like, nah. Now I'm thinking, wait a minute though. Because if I could see these people and I could see my dad's energy in some of these people, especially the Gemini, I could see his energy. How did you not know that that was Nisi and not me? That's the kind of shit that I be thinking about. That's the kind of things that bother me a little bit. Okay. Like, how you didn't know that? So then I could call treason on this person and have this person removed because this is not God. This is an earthly mere man, just like the rest of these people. This is not God like that. Do you see what I'm saying? That's not my Father God. That's not what's in me. You see what I'm saying? That's not what's in me. I could order for this feather figure, or if he already been compromised by another bloodline. Say they did something to my dad and somebody was a skinwalker and the skinwalker assumed the essence or the energy of my dad. Well, I'm grown up now and I could see now. I could see this that way. I always could see. And I'm beheading you. There's nothing you could do. And your girlfriend and your children and your everything got to go. Because I was hearing that there's a difference between the people that were born while people were still in the Truman Show or in the grid. The children that are born after death or on that path, they don't get the same things that we are supposed to get here. Most of these people already are taken out some kind of way, lost their soul. They're in the industry already. They're making their own money. They don't need to worry about the money that was left behind or these inheritances or whatever the stuff is that I'm talking about. It's not none of your business, but because of the position that they're in and the way that they've been able to wiggle into the political arena and wiggle into the FBI and CIA and be double agents, don't think that some of these celebrities are not. You messed around with something too much. You messed around, you overstimulated something. And that is you. It's this lump of people, it's this conglomerate of people that is, it's not like, oh, Adam, why did you do that? It's like, oh, so like I said, even if Adam was the beginning, if in the 80s, these was the first generationers, why did you do that? When he said God made them both male and female, and he called them Adam. That means that I told y'all Adam is either somebody that's a man and a woman, or that is a hermaphrodite, or this is talking about a group of people, a small collective group of people. It's not talking about just one man and one woman and then just get on your belly and slither out. This is a conglomerate of people. Because again, if I was with a masculine or this masculine, this nigga didn't say nothing that made me think that he was suspect. And if I'm going to be all the way honest, I had a life outside the house. He kind of stayed at home all the time. That version of him, I think that he could be a multiplicity person. So he can have a lot of different versions. I can only have one. So it don't make the person innocent. It just means they had to be really smart and make the person around me. Even if I was able to be free and act like a prince, go out and hang out with my friends, come home anytime I want, don't ask me no questions. See, somebody's like, well, that's what you get because but this nigga had multiplicity. He had many other versions of himself where he was experiencing different tastes all over the world. I didn't have that. So that part is just hidden. Whatever dirt shit that this person did to me, the vassal at home was supposed to look like the perfect spouse. So at the end, they just show footage of us in our house and say, this the perfect spouse. Look at what this girl was hanging out with her friends. And in the middle of the night, no woman should be carrying on like that. Blah, 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 blah. But in all actuality, I'm the motherfucking prize. I'm the god. I'm the queen. I'm the person that's the elite or the top tier. That person was not. But because my family is mostly brown skinned, his family was mixed. The lighter skinned people or Caucasian versions of the people in his family would have had a different, higher mentality of something. When we talk about classism, we're talking about something else too. So that means that there's certain knowledge that we're not thinking about as so-called urban black people unless you're selected or elected. But when I got into that family, it's like we hit the jackpot. We don't even got to let her know nothing. We taking over all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Right? So the overstimulation and trying to leave me without nothing and make me look bad instead of just walking away and leave and being fair and square. This is why it can't end the way that they think that it's going to end. All right. This is why it can't end the way. All right. Yeah, somebody could have left somebody for dead with this Four of Swords here. Somebody could have left me for dead. My spouse could have left me for dead 20 years ago. This person that's just walking around and going to work and not being affectionate and not saying nothing and just being quiet, they did the right job, I guess. You know what I'm saying? If that was the point, because that person didn't show me nothing. That person didn't break the code. If we was Adam and Eve, I didn't break the code. It's the body or the conglomerate that was so greedy and so stingy at the same time, of surrounded by this, my family, his family, people in the community, people in secret societies, people in higher places, people over here, people in politics, people in the underworld, people over here, people in the heavens, people over here, people over there. It's you overly stimulating me. It's you putting all eyes on me. And I'm the type, my breed doesn't like to be watched like that. We're not supposed to be watched like that because we 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time, try to do the right thing. Especially when it comes to if we're going to be hurting other people, other people's situation, other people. I'm not saying that you're not going to, that you perfect or you didn't like smoke weed or you didn't go through a partying or dancing or something like this or fucking around or whatever this is. We're not even talking about any of that. That's your personal, that's God body energy. I could have that energy all day. Who the fuck is you? I'm not hurting nobody. My husband ain't never had to address me and me and him getting to no bar. So whether I was doing something or not, motherfucker, I ain't never been addressed by my man. Oh no, heavy shit like, bitch, you cheating on me and da-da-da-da, and I seen you right here, and here go some pictures and everything like this, and I caught you, whatever this, not as a spouse. So, you know, nor the same thing for this person. But the evidence is coming out now that this person was building in some type of way with other people and not building with me, and making sure that whatever they were building, I was not going to have anything in the end. And this is from day one. So, like I said, I'm going to be having anything. I don't even want to go to trial. I want these niggas killed or whatever, because in the the way that we handle our traders will be different than what an everyday motherfucker would be handling their traders. And even for a second, it's like, oh, this nigga knew she was royalty and she didn't even know. And then, nigga, you tried to do that. That changes the fucking narrative. You was just a fucking street rat until you got a hold of this so-called black. You would think black men would be like this black queen, but it's like black men think I don't want them because of their abuse as a collective to me as a child, and so they're not gonna stand up. That's why I say I don't look for nobody to stand up for me. I don't want nobody to think about no fucking favors or nothing. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So you was a street rat when you found this queen, this brown queen that was going to be our future, right? And instead of protecting her image, we ruined the image of God for this nigga. They're not thinking like that because they were jealous. The people that involved and know who I am or what I am or whatever this is, that a God was born. Period. They knew whatever my parents was holding on to was God, is what I'm hearing. And they still did what they did. They thought that if I was clueless about everything, that this plan was going to work all the way out. But the overstimulation, you see, it was the watching that woke me up. It wasn't nothing else. It was the watching. So I started to use my eyes and watch and listen hours and hours and hours. Listen to their hands, because if you want to know the truth about a group, that's who you got to go to. That's it. That's the tarot community. A lot of these people are laying this shit out because they're the ones that set it up. The setup girls with the spirituality, and they have so they can have something to talk about because they can't tap in like they used to no more. All eternal. Mommy Wata. The reason why it sounds like this coming right from the voice of God, because people are witnessing these things happen, these so-called miracles, is because they are the ones that's producing them. You're not producers. You're you're not even statues. You're workers or something like this, and you're trying to overstep. You're trying to the stars or the people, the shining ones of God that's supposed to shine down this information with view counts. There's nobody else that can compete with me on this earth. Who the fuck would I be competing with? Some street rats? I don't think so. So you could be offended by how, we've seen people online and just in reality TV act like, oh, don't talk to me like that. Act like queens and shit like this, or ghetto queens and shit all day. And somebody come on here and they real sturdy about what they talking about, and they a real queen. You mad? You mad because all those people, especially in reality TV, they know what's up with this situation, because they couldn't get into Hollywood because those are God stars. Those are the queen stars. So you didn't want me to be the queen because you didn't want me to find out what you did, so that these people or these reality TV shows people, which we should be rotating anyway. We should be rotating anyway. Nobody want to be listening at these same ass people. It should be rotating anyway. You don't care. You want to be in the spotlight so bad. You don't care about the numbers going down, or people don't want to watch that same shit like that no more. That's why I say you don't know nothing about industry. You are these people. Somebody is the industry and over the industry, and these people are in it. That's two different mindsets and two different mind frames, two different chips, two different cartridges, two different mindsets, two different narratives. It's different. So these are the people that thought that they would raise themselves above the stars of God by being also mobsters and street gang people, even in political arena with Kamala Harris, or present themselves as Mexican or light skinned when they really dark skinned and you went through a skin treatment, or present yourself as Mexican and you really Indian, or present yourself as Arabic but you really Mexican, or present yourself as mixed with black and white and you really Arabic, or something like this, and you knew it the whole time. These are imposters. Working all together. Um, whatever they did with my children, because I didn't let my children go with that many people, you had to invade my home. You had to come into my home, even if they were using just my mind in the military. But physically, I didn't have to do nothing. The work has already been done. They could have been using my mind in the FBI. I didn't never have to fit as the Empress. My dome, period. I'm going to get my fucking payment. You gonna pay. And it's so that you won't have money to continue to do. Yes, that's why. It's so that you will not have money and finances to continue to do what you. It's just that fucking easy. Obviously, we see these people don't want to end these people or kill them or something like this. Okay, well, then you're going to be stripped. Whatever you owe, I'm going to get that back, and you're not going to have anything. And then that's where you're going to sit in your proper place in society. That's what slavery really is. And that's where we're going back to for you. Family members and all, children, my children, whoever's children did whatever this is, you're going to be going down. Politicians, all you motherfuckers on the other side of the aisle, all you motherfuckers in Hollywood, Canada, the other countries, your women, you tried to rise up against America in America, you gonna be sat the fuck down. All that power and authority, you still over here trying to ruin me. Go back home and work on those problems that you have with your little girls and things like this. Because the more you sit over here acting like you're doing good for us, my little girls are missing. My brown skinned little girls from this country is missing. And we don't sell our children off like that here in America. That's in your culture. So you're trying to keep America. Do you want to blame the West or blame America? Because you guys are deeply rooted in your culture and all this spell work and all this shit that you continue to do. That's why you're in most of your countries are still a large portion in third world fashion. You cannot come here with that shit. The men that been compromised by these women, you are a loser. Go, move out the way, be moved on. If you are getting a little dick suck or something like this to ruin the whole nation or clan of people, go. You cannot stay here anymore. You cannot stay here. You can't stay in the game. Big spenders, we already read it in the Bible. You're not going to have nothing to spend no more because you got to give it all back to America. Yeah? We're not going to go and blame the West for everything anymore that you guys are doing, and then you want to tuck it underneath the West. Like, no. We're not doing that anymore. You're not doing that anymore. Like we didn't had enough. So we got the angel of time is working really hard. And then we have the sundress, do it for you. So somebody got to put on their sundress, or this could be the sun in a dress, or, I don't know. All right. So this could also be, we're going to get into this because this could be about a union. I feel like heavily we're picking up on something. I might do like a 2-side because somebody's like, get the divorce, just leave this nigga or something like this. But I feel like something is a trick. If you find yourself in a situation where all your goods and things like this are over here already on the other side of that family with your family, this man and everybody, and they got everything. This is a different type of separation here. This is like amongst nations or something like this. This is not even personal. There's so many layers to it. This is not something I could just go down there to the place and say, I think I want to get a divorce. Let me put out these papers and put it in or whatever, at this local, because these people are compromised. The whole city is compromised by these families. Okay? It's all been compromised by all these families here. All right? And there's no need for me to give any type of loyalty to this person that could be building with somebody else. It don't make no sense. The day that you stood in front of me and said that shit, and then somebody's like, oh, well, this person is in the balcony or something. I don't give a fuck about who in the balcony. This is my shit. Nigga, in the day you chose to go pick a stepsister or whatever this is or something like this and fuck around on, everybody getting out. Somebody was getting away with this because I told you somebody's like multiplicity. I'm not. All right. Or you're not, whoever this is. All right. It's like I can't carry them. And they say, oh, you can't? Well, we're gonna get rid of you. And then now I'm gonna get, because you are the steps to kill or whatever, or it's already been done. It's like I'm murdered, but not, because you can't really fuck with me. But you can convince these people or go to sit in a council and here. It don't matter. You're not touching me. All right? You're not touching my stuff for real. And when you did confiscate the stuff or take the stuff, when I never went against these people, okay, you just became the stuff. So now you just a piece of property too. And I could do what I want to do with my property. Even throw it in the trash, even dismantle it. If I want to go out there and damage my car and bust the windows out, I could do that. I could rip the calibrator, whatever you call it, out. I could rip the engine out if I want to. And go put it in a junkyard or something if I want to. All right. So that's kind of like where we're at. You know, these motherfuckers can come do whatever they want to do with your children. And then they do it in a sneaky way where you can't even say no or you can't even attest. There's also some old ass creeps that like to penetrate little girls, and somebody been trying to penetrate little girls to get your energy 40 years ago. This could have been you. And somebody think that you're going to get jealous if they kidnap your child and penetrate your child and say, oh my God, this is almost as magical as this person, as the original world card. I'm going to stick with God said. You're not getting another one. You can try to hype it up if you want to, but you're not getting another one. I am that. There is no other. Somebody's just mad because you looking stupid as hell, like you should be. Can't nobody always win a one-sided war. Once you get discovered, that's it. That's the best kind of war to fight. To find that somebody was fighting a one-sided war towards you or unrequited war towards you. Because then when the real motherfuckers stand up, it's all over. I keep hearing Beyonce song, you worry about the little things, worry about the big things, or something like this. So somebody could be worried about the little things. But some of the little things is the things that's very important here. Because even if, like I said, say I was in a relationship, you in a relationship, you might have had a fling or two or a couple flings or whatever throughout your relationship. But you found out that your spouse was giving your money away. This nigga was setting up 40 bitches all over the world that got money. And this nigga giving you $200 a week to take care of your personal needs and take care of the household. And this bitch is out here with millions of dollars sitting in lavish shit off of my money. Bitch, that's treason. I ain't never gave a shit nigga. I ain't never gave a nigga shit. But possibly some coochie and a good time. And nigga, it's because I wanted it. I thought. You know, I think I am someone that was MK Ultra with my sexual abilities or habits, okay? But most times, I'm not going to lie. I thought that I was seeking out these niggas and picking them up like, yeah, let me get with that real quick. I thought that that's what I was doing. But I find out that these people were already knew each other, that these were sent in by the in-laws. These were sent in by the parents. These were sent in by other groups and stuff like this that are not supposed to have access to the fountain, but they slithered in some kind of way, and then they got healed or they got awakened by my touch or by being involved with me or something like this. And these people could be forever indebted. Yeah, we got a bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. And they just thought they was gonna leave something. But see, this is not just personal. This has something about to do with an entire nation. And I'm not gonna sit here and have to explain. If I'm the horn that's America, I'm not gonna sit here and cry out to you to tell you to help me help you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not, because I got full focus on God. And at the end, even if this father or these earthly or mere men or something like this, that God said, don't listen to them, listen what's in heaven. And to me, heaven is my mind. I don't give a fuck what nobody on this earth is saying. Well, I don't give a fuck what position you got, how much money you make. You ain't talking to me. Any type of raising up that I had, yeah, my parents were there. Yeah, I was with my dad. I'm not one of them girls where it's like, oh, you out there doing that or looking or liking guys or whatever, or being, fast or whatever because you don't got a daddy at home. Yeah, he was busy, but I live with my dad. So you can't use that shit on me. I may be even more masculine than my dad. He a little soft when it come to dealing with people. I'm not. And I say my dad because that's just the person that particularly raised me. Just a homebody energy or something like this, like a hard worker, things like this or whatever. Okay. Now there could be wealthy or higher level men that was able to penetrate this dad's energy in order to get close and personal with me. These particular feathers from this crown. But why did y'all do all that so these can't be the original people, or they must have been changed. Because why do all that and set that up? It's like these people knew that somebody was not going to set up the table or they were going to ruin the table. Right? And so these people did. But why all of a sudden the change? Like, I don't know. Because they could be bringing people back. Hold on one second. They could be bringing people back from like the dead, but they're reprogrammed with like foreign intelligence. Okay. They could be bringing people back from the dead, but they're other countries or these other women have reprogrammed them to worship them instead of America. And America is always going to be about America first. We don't need Donald Trump. We see Donald Trump ain't been able to do it, motherfucker, because that ain't who's supposed to be the president right now. So what's happening to this mama? The nation will not rise no higher than this woman. So what's happening to this mama? And you okay with it, Mr. Generals, brigadier generals, and you hire generals and things like this? This means that this is how you looking at your mama and your children. Now we got a funny looking thing here because some of these people feel kind of silly. They feel like they couldn't protect. They feel like it's okay to walk away from something because you didn't let it get ruined. I know how that feels. That's the only reason why I have the courage that if somebody was to deliver me a package or something like this or an envelope and tell me I have to go do this, I would be jumping for joy and run out of the door. Because even if this would be my chance, I would have to leave my children, but I might be able to fix something to heal them, or they're going to have to perish with the rest of them because it's a casualties of war. You think about it different once you see it some kind of way. Nobody wants to think about it like that. Nobody wants to admit that out of their mouth. I just happen to say things that a lot of people don't want to say. Because people are worried about backlash, or a lot of these people forget because they're in the industry and they have to be polite, or these flowers have some of these celebrities that want to speak out, the flowers have them by the throat. Now, I told you what to do with the flowers. Like the queen and the troll with the bridge with the flowers, and the queen didn't want no flowers in the kingdom. But y'all wanted to fuck on something that smell good and taste sweet. And so now that's your problem. I stayed when God said, sit down real quick. I stayed and tried to minimize my going out or hanging out or, being flirty or something. I've turned into a plain Jane. Why you couldn't do the same thing? Because whatever these people had on somebody before or something, they weren't even going to be able to use it if these people would have just stopped. But you wanted them still around. And so now now these grown ass men waiting for a trinket, waiting for some fairy godmother to come in and, buy him a tool that makes him happy. And now he feels loved because he was paying all the bills and he didn't get no help from the wife or something like this. And you made him feel like, a natural woman, bitch. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. And it's like, if I had the money, nigga, you would not have to work. You would have not had to work. You would not have had to do. I would have been like, damn, my man was down for me all this time. Boom. There we go. Whatever entities was with this nigga or whatever, if he was a lord or host, everybody would have been happy. I don't understand. So if I have to choose, do I want it back? No. Why? No, I need to be able to, because now that lets me know that these people was able to mess with my thinking or something. I can't afford that. The nation cannot afford that. Just can't. So I don't know. Because I was just thinking, I was like so pissed off in the car just for a little funky little second. I'm like, how is it, the people that do right, I'm trying to do right, man. And you trying to make it like I can't have no pocket of air to breathe whatsoever to get a win, or making it seem like I'm not getting no win or something. Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That's for people, because it's do that like God is going to choose people regardless or something like this. Yeah, but if somebody it's their birthright and they're chosen from birth, what is going on? Like, oh, I know what I'm saying is detrimental for the planet as a whole or the world as a whole. Why would you want to keep stopping what I'm saying just because it just sounds so violent? Oh, well, you're doing violent things behind the scenes. These people we're talking about, you've done vicious, disgusting things. I know what it's the Gnostic in me. I know what you've done. So it's not rumors of this. No, some of this stuff is rumors if you in tarot. A lot of it is, or these are their confessions. Somebody's name could be Raymond. Somebody could be an usher at a church. It's just whatever you thought you saw. Oh, we got the ushers, we got the deacons. What are they really though? Double fucking agents in some of these churches. And you will say, oh, she can't be in our church or something like this. I'm telling you about that church. What else you thought something else was coming here to tell you something? I heard that a pastor was putting up some projector and showing all these people somebody and saying, look this slop, or look at this coon, or look at this something about the Holy Spirit, blaspheming somebody. Okay, doing what 90% of the people in this country do when they in their home, sit on their couch, watch TV, eat something like this, and you sat there and you dog somebody. You didn't see me out here robbing no banks. You didn't see no, but you was, so you could tuck something about that dress that you call a church. And y'all could live for another 70 years or something like this that you're not supposed to. But I'm just giving you the information. I'm not telling people to get up and slay your children because they demons. You got to pay attention. I'm not even saying that I'm one. If somebody showed me my child was a demon, I probably still could. The best thing I could do is like, maybe leave or something like this. I don't know what I could do, but I'm just saying, to each his own. This is people not being honest, not alerting us on certain things here, not letting important people into the room. You understand? Okay. Let's see about the dark. I see dark skies here. Somebody is not a villain. And then we got somebody that don't want somebody to stand up for their rights. All right. Something like this is going on. Because like I said, if this is something important like this about people's life and stuff like this, yeah, something is very unjust. Somebody's two-faced it. This is like the Day of the Dead energy, like with that skull energy. And then half of her face is living. Half and half energy. Somebody could be saying somebody's half dead, half living, and you're not. All right. This is somebody that's taking all, you supposed to be working as a king and a queen. And then somebody sitting there taking all these deals and doing all these deals without the partner or the spouse having any say so. And then now the whole nation is in trouble. And then all you want to do is fuck on some little troll bitch. You understand what I'm saying? And ultimately it's in my soul that carries the piece of something to this crown that's supposed to be there for you. Don't really have this obligation. They've been kissing your ass and licking on your nuts all this time and doing stuff behind my back with you, but you ain't even the true fucking power. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to be compromising or whatever this is with anything. Yeah, somebody's using some type of something. It says, bitch fire, stand up for yourself. Somebody is doing spell work on a person here or a people. I'm not here. You see what I'm saying? When we go through this process, that's why it's important for the change to match the person's energy, because they will burn out to a certain extent. It's like somebody packing everything in and trying to get you to burn out fast by not allotting you these next steps that's supposed to be taken when a prophet or something comes on the earth. And y'all gonna pay for that. I didn't ask you who I am. I know who I am. We got the 3 witchy sisters in reverse, the power of 3. These could be 3 women. Oh, you know what? Let's see about that. I'm going to put that up here at the top. All right. Shit, this could be the Braxtons. Yeah, don't seek anyone's approval. Let's see. Hold on one second. It's like all these bitches like, I get a turn with him now. That nigga was never the power. He got to keep holding on to me, but acting like he ain't with me and move further away from me, but still secretly have access to me to make you think that he is the he. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people kill me, and I can't even do it with you. This city is going to roast. Yeah, somebody could be holding on to somebody. This could be some Celtic energy here. It's my first time ever seeing this card. Strangely lonely, holding on too tight. Okay. Somebody could be holding on you too tight. This, my child be acting like this. Okay. Like I said, this could be also a masculine energy working through a child, trying to keep, mom, I don't know what I would ever do if you would lose me. And normally at kids at this age, they're not thinking about their fucking mama. They're not thinking about their mama. They think about boys. They think about something else. They're not thinking about their mama. But it's somebody is very powerful here. This could be me or you. And all these people are trying to stop this. Okay? These girls are putting out whatever demons they're sleeping with, okay, that used to be hovering. They just said, we ain't going to be able to get the Empress. Or we got everything we can get out the Empress. Now you just pouring in this energy, or you taking my energy and you giving it to these women. And that's why they about to be marched out as well. Because it wasn't their turn to be in a bitch fire and stand up for themselves. It's mine. Nobody's dogging Indian women out. Nobody's dogging out Mexican women, maybe in their music or something, unless they American Mexican rappers. I don't know. You know, nobody's doing that. In Africa, maybe they be doing something to bitch out their women, or Jamaica. It seemed like they make like music to make love to their women. You know, nobody don't disrespect women like so-called rap in America used to do. I can't even say it's doing it now. I'm just saying, but we went through a time where it was just very, you know, kind of degrading a little bit, womanizing a little bit, right? A lot of these people still have deep-rooted culture. America doesn't really have that. They have ancient, especially China got ancient, some of their ancient shit is still going on. They still have their ancient, you know, relics or cultures or something like this. Very strong. In a lot of these rural areas is not looked at as like, you know, third world country junk. Some of these peoples are rich. What the way that they live is actually very rich. Probably keep their blood rich and shit like this. You know? I don't know how taxes and stuff. I don't know if these people could go and just put a hut on any part of the land and just live, and they don't have to worry about paying rent and bills and taxes. They may not. They may just be able to find a plot of land and just go pop a house there. I don't know how they do it in them rural areas in China and stuff like this. Do they even have to pay? Do they even have taxes and bills? Because they usually, I'm talking about places where they're still having to go out to go get their water. They still have to use lamps and shit like this to, you know, light the way. My booty. It's almost like somebody was messing with my booty hole. Ow. I mean, I did shave back there a couple days ago. I hope I didn't nick it, but it's just a weird feeling. Anyways, all right. So I'm hearing something about these people wish that they was there. And I just wish that I find out where they at, that they left me behind and took my stuff. Because when something finds you, you're not going to wish that, I'm telling you, you're not going to wish, you're going to wish that you was not there. You're going to wish that you was not there. This is somebody that keeps saying, just come with me or something. Like you just supposed to just know how to just disappear and start up in a whole nother place or something. I'm not thinking about these people. They're messing. You know, they're just messing around or something like this. Okay. It says a clockwork pumpkin is in reverse here. Okay. A wonderful idea. The aha moment. Yeah, that's what I said. Not I was holding this card when I said that. Somebody knows that another person is programmed to get all of your or my aha moments. Somebody that's not supposed to be involved in this whole thing. All right? Because somebody's mad because I don't want your ass. And why would I want you? You can't fucking control me. I don't care. What that's what you not we could start there. You're not fucking better than me. The only reason why these all eyes was on us, if we was talking about my family dynamic or my household, is because of me. This nigga wasn't doing nothing. He could have been playing around the 5D or with his other bodies or something. This nigga wasn't doing nothing exciting. If motherfuckers was watching, it was because of me. The fuck you talking about? All right? So do whatever you want. You a big ass bully. If this is some man or some man's club, y'all disgust me. You're the lowest of the low beneath me. Sometimes you gotta, you can't even just go for directly for these people. Sometimes these societies and stuff, this stuff, you closing down the government, you closing down. We should close down the FBI and the CIA or something like this to a soft shutdown or something like this and see if some of these criminals fall up out the building out of a tower. We should be going through and getting rid of some of these secret societies if they were so bad or something like this, and then charging them as being treasonous or charging them as being, terrorist or something like this. You battering the people that they already been manipulated or owned by these particular things to do whatever these people say or something like this. And they're going to keep on doing it because nothing is being done. Just don't make no sense. You don't even know how to attack a problem. What is going on? Like, what's going on? It's already a third world country, huh? And you think you funny because you're like, oh, look, that's supposed to be God or this supposed to be America. Look, you motherfuckers are going to get more afflicted than I am. Have fun with that little money that you thought you stole and you spending or something like this, because this is the last time. Somebody could be using a black table in their tarot readings. Could look like she got some tarot cards down there. All right. They could be doing something on the royal family or on royals with this purple, something. Like, once it's trash, bitch, anybody can have it. Somebody could have tried to make me or you trash and anybody can't have it. In your will, you're not going around like, oh, what can I do? Who can I fuck on? Who can I? Oh my God, maybe they're right. I should have been having sex. Let me go fuck up a bunch of people. No, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna let you look stupid in the end. And stop sending your fucking people over here, cause whatever they doing is not gonna work. They could be also trying to shut down, like, aid or whatever like this. Of some of us could be getting poisons and stuff like this. Then they're not coming in and cleansing us or whatever this is here. All right. Yeah. So we got the clever release your guilt. Somebody is not guilty of anything. Okay. Somebody over here. All right. This could be, we could be talking like monkey, the system of monkey in the middle. These people passing something over and over and over and over. Okay. With this candle energy or this matches, or these could be matches or supposed matches. Like somebody saying it's your fault that this burning down or something, but you don't have no guilt here. All right. Ace of Pentacles is in reverse here. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Gates energy. Okay. And then we have the Goddess, the Gate and the Goddess, the waterfall, the fountain. Somebody is having to be in warrior mode, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, one way or another. And there could be some stuff. People are like, oh, this woman is clean. We can't find nothing. No, whoever this Gates person or this other person here, this could be also, yeah, okay. So the jungle energy, somebody trying to say somebody's in the jungle. They're not, though. Not supposed to be in the jungle. This person, this Gates person, they could have some stuff here. They got some bad reports or rapport. There's dirt on this person or something, as they had to work their way up to get to this point. And then you have the goddess here. This is like the empress here with the three things, right? They could have also spread, they showed when this person was in, okay, when this part was, when somebody was going through a process here, they, people were showing their private parts or something. People was exploiting this person here. Okay. The goddess, they knew this was the goddess. Okay. And then this person also could have been trying to deny something here, whoever this Nine of Pentacles is. This could also be somebody wanting to take over something. This could be like Kris Jenner moving out the way and one of the other these girls fighting over who's going to be holding something down. You know, this, I mean, this could also be a younger girl here. Like, even if this is a goddess of the wild or the jungle or something, they having this person in this position, and then this person, I don't know, because she holding on to this, you know, past, present, and future. Somebody's supposed to be the gatekeeper as to who gets into something. Now, they could have swapped something out, like say, I'm from the jungle. Say, even with this Ginevra energy, this person could be a jungle person, or somebody from, like, you know, the wild or the Amazon or something like this. And then there's somebody else here, right? Because I feel like this is, even with two, you know, when Vicky and them was doing Orange County and stuff like that, you know, damn. Even with Lauren Conrad and them with the whatever, some got something got taken over or something by someone. The goddess here. Somebody don't want to go back somewhere or something like this. Let's see what more about this goddess energy here. All right. All right. Somebody's not happy in a situation. They shouldn't have did this or shouldn't have wanted a position or something. Okay. Like I said, this is like, this is crazy. Cause like, what do you, it's like you wake up in your palace on fire. You supposed to lay down and go, or your home, lay down and go back to sleep. Somebody wants somebody to do that. Or you wake up and you start looking at, you know, you remember looking at people that look like you around you when you were younger. And now all of a sudden, when you're looking at these people, say your children look like you. They had your hands and feet at one point in time. Oh, you got feet just like mine. And now all of a sudden they got the feet in the hands of one of your cousins or a relative or the girl you went to school with. Like, how the fuck would you feel? And somebody could have did this so somebody else can get something when they die. A man that feels some kind of way. This ain't no fucking God. This ain't no God. This is somebody that got tricked. This is a weakling. This is somebody, a weak link. You know what I'm saying? This is something like this that just sat there and just ruined everything. And it made somebody else have to hurt or something because of it or something like, or this is somebody using a kingdom to squash somebody for something that hurt their feelings in the 5th grade. Get your ass out of here. I'm tired of this. People don't just be liking you in the spirit and then wake up hating you the next day or something. Like something is very wrong here. See, but you know, I think Vicky could also ended up being that one lady that do all them videos about aliens and stuff like this now. She went off the deep end or something like this. But like all these people like, ooh, you about to get in trouble if you do that or say that. But I came here to say and do that. You didn't. You was chasing fame. I didn't chase that. I chased whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? To get to the truth. That's what wisdom is looking for. And also wisdom is the truth. Like there's nothing wrong that you did that. It's just something, but you did that and you chose that, and then you're gonna come over here and try to take what's left for me? Nah. And this is the truth. This is the truth. It's okay because somebody is just trying to make it about, see, you thought you was the special person to this person, and you're not. And motherfucker, can anybody, because I don't put my whole basis of my foundation on him as a man like me. I never have. I never have. You thought even if I had to depend on a man for everything, even down to the piece of toilet paper I used to wipe my ass, that I was going to kiss my ass and bite my tongue, nigga. If it's one thing they're going to say, oh, this bitch is bold, all the way down to the core. Because if this man is listening to, he can kick her out. You damn right, they can possibly try. You understand? This ain't no situation where it's a no gold. The least your ass gonna do is pay them motherfucking bills and shit like you promised when you stood in front of me until I figure out what the fuck going on. What you mad for? I'm not the same as these bitches. I don't have nothing you could say on me, but I'm not gonna compromise myself for no motherfucking body in no situation. I don't know what it's like to have a gun to my head, but I'm telling you now, if I have a choice, I'm going to fight to the end. I don't give up. I don't fucking, it's giving up is when people say, oh, don't give up. We don't even know what the fuck this is. I'm not really acknowledging this fully, this around the clock, warp kind of energy. You got all this shit swarming on around me. I don't even want to pay attention to that. Really don't got nothing to do with me. If I pick up on it and come up in my readings or something, then that's it. But you just ain't, I just been built like that. You could call it disrespectful, but the only reason why it's coming out like this because the Gnostic energy in me and the intel that I'm getting tell me I've already been betrayed. The person ain't never gonna say it out that mouth. The person might even feel stupid and everything and want to come back to me after hearing what I got to say. And I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody killed your husband and an organization is making you stay with a robot and you don't want it. I would rather just be living by myself, getting whatever I'm supposed to be getting a month and getting my life back together. What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't want to be, nigga, I didn't come, that's y'all tradition. Oh, but the brother is supposed to get, bitch, that ain't his brother. That's a clone or something. I don't want the brother either, bitch. It's 2025. Do you see me in the church? Oh, expand your mind. Who do you know, even in the hood or even the people that we know that got married, who do you know is soon if they spouse die that the brother automatically pop up at the person's house and start taking care, fucking the wife and taking care of the kids? Who? You tell me in the public eye, you trying to keep me small, right? So you tell me in the damn public eye in regular society, who is doing that? And they ain't getting their ass talked about and dragged and starting more family drama. Who is doing that? So don't bring that shit over here. You don't even do it. Who got the stone? You don't do it. Motherfuckers get divorced and they don't get married again, or they start dating something, or they go do something else, or they end up with somebody else or something. They don't fuck it. I'm not in no fucking cult. You tell me right up in the damn mess thing. I might look at the messages today. I might look at somebody say something up in this bitch today. But who is do you tell me who you know that after the man died, then the brother just came right in and started paying all the bills and taking care of the kids and shit. Maybe even better than the one that was there before them. Come on, man. You gotta go on and make something make sense now. I don't need no man dictating my body, my worth, my image, or transporting it around for your own needs and goods and everything and getting paid for it and giving my money to another bitch. Nigga, I will find out where you hiding my shit and you gonna get your ass slaughtered. The whole motherfucking course. You're not keeping shit of mine. It's about to be a fucking tower. Because somebody left somebody out of something, thought your ass was slick, goofy ass. I don't know who this is. This could be a perfect stranger that's claiming to be my husband somewhere. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm gonna throw shit out there until they come back clean. Cause I got to figure this out on my own, it seems, or with some silent helpers that wouldn't mind, clearing some shit up. I'm throwing all that shit out there until it hit the wall. Might be something hidden up in there until I find out what the antidote is. I'm tired of alchemizing shit for everybody else to have something, and I'm sitting here wondering what about me? The work been done already. Shit. Fuck you think this is? You ain't never seen me running up after no nigga, and I done been around a lot of them. I done played with some of them and all that other shit. And you ain't never seen me run up after no motherfucking nigga. A man or a man or whatever this is. Or just throwing myself at somebody. Bitch, I don't work like that. So you're not going to put me amongst no hoes that do so. You get mad, you talk to God or you talk to the ancestors, you talk to your mom and them or something like this. You're not fucking talking to me. I don't know who this woman is. Somebody could be kind of thick or whatever, dark skin. The Cain energy. This could be some children of Cain. Okay. And we got somebody outside in the cold. All right, 5 of Pentacles. Okay. This could be some kind of building, some kind of organization, a church. Could be in reverse. Okay, some church, somebody could be losing something, a church or something like this. I don't know. They could have put this dark mark on this person's forehead across. Said this person, oh, y'all, hold on one second. Listen, I got to come back. Hold on one second. I just,